So Rocky really hasn't gotten much time in the tree this year. Work has had him tied up. But on Saturday, the 19th of November, I texted him about midday and asked if he was going to go out. He said, I'm strongly thinking about it. Around 4:20, he's in the tree and Dad texts him and asked if he's seeing anything, and his response was a possum. I said, well, the magic hour is coming, and I no more than texted that, and he had deer around him, including a young buck that he didn't quite get a shot at. I mentioned that, he still had time, that it was early. And within 10 minutes, we get a text message that's obviously the result of adrenaline dump fumble finger that once translated said, I just shot a big buck and I am freaking out. So I'll let him recap the rest of it. Forgive the video. I had some issues with the upload and had to kind of do some things creatively to make it happen.
Little area there. Yeah, so I'm probably like 30 yards back, right? I'd say close to. And I picked him up. He was down here, and he had his, he's working a scrape down there. He's got his butt low. He's peeling the ground or whatever, and he's headed up like he's hitting a licking branch. And I was looking that way because earlier I had a small buck come through here, and I grunted at him, and he took off running that way, like he was just afraid for his life or something, like he probably got his butt whooped or something, really. So I was kind of looking that way, and I saw him. I thought it was the same deer. I glassed it. I was like, that's definitely a bigger deer. So I hit the doe bleat, and he snapped around. He was facing that way. He snapped around, looked at me, looked this direction, and then he went back to work on that scrape he was working. So I hit a grunt, just a real soft grunt, and his head snapped around again, right? He was like, I'm coming. So he's straight at me all the way. Like I said, I'm probably about 30 yards back here. I know if he goes that way, I'm good, because that's my strong side. But he kept to this back side of the cedar tree, so I went up and around to get on the weak side. As soon as he got through here, as soon as it opened up, there's like a real small window where I got a shot, and I just touched it off. Brushed it a little bit, probably panicked a little bit. It was a nice deer. Yeah, so I'm just hoping. As soon as I hit him, he took off running, and he just did a big circle around me. And he stopped on the backside of this little wood lot behind the cedar where I couldn't see him. But last night I went back there and I found a spot of blood, maybe, a few little drops, maybe 50-cent piece size of drop of blood. And then I just backed out. I came back out here. I never did find my arrow. I shot a lighted knock, and it just disappeared, like it's gone. So I think it's still in him.
And what direction did he take off?
So after he stopped there, he worked his way down the edge back there, and then he came back down into this bottom, and he made a ton of noise, just like, I thought he went down for a minute, because it was just crash, crack, 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 crack. I thought he's down, and then I just saw his body, right? I didn't see the rack at this point. I just saw his back was hunched up, and his tail was flicking, and he just moved off real slow across here. I couldn't tell if he came back out into the field, or he went that way. But within 30 seconds, a minute, I heard two long grunts. It sounds exactly like a grunt. I don't know if it's a different buck or that was him giving up. But that's all I got. Okay. I don't know if he boogied on that way, went back that way. So the plan this morning is to get on last blood and just try and work our way down and back down into this wood lot. Get on blood and just, see where he went.
Sweet. Let's get after it.
Yeah. What do you think?
That took a whole lot of nothing, man. That took a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, I would tell you to knock an arrow, but I don't think it's necessary.
But our noise right now, he ain't getting up. He's not going to get up.
He died last night.
I think so.
Look at that antler.
Beautiful buck.
That is freakishly awesome right there, man.
That's a nice buck.
Freakishly awesome.
I'm so glad I backed out last night, because who knows, right?
Who
knows?
When in doubt, wait it out.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's just the way you play it. Especially with the reaction that you, when you said tail flicking and head down, I mean, that just says...
Is his main beam broke off at the tip? Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Just barely. Unreal.
Unreal.
Guys, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank the Lord.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, Honest had that 132 yards from where I was.
And he heard that doe bleat,
Yeah.
whipped his head, and
As soon as I grunted, he was like, okay, enough with this straight. I got business to take care of.